Alright folks, we got the signal for the go ahead. Let's do it. Hold on to something, kids. Here we go. Okay, we're heading now towards the Canterbury Museum. The building on the right hand side here, it's been standing there for about 11 years. Nothing has happened much since the 2011 quake. The good news is that it's supposed to be restored to its former glory eventually. It's kind of an interesting design. When we cross the road here, have a look on the right hand side. The whole building is shaped like a whiskey flask. It's got a curved into it. And there's one other building in the world that's famous for that shape. And it's based in Washington, D.C. It was made infamous by President Richard Nixon. You guessed it, it's the Watergate. Kids, you're allowed to look that up in your history books. Tram stop number 10, arrêt numéro 10, Worcester Bridge.
Thank you.
Now this, the bridge we're standing on is the first location of the first bridge ever built here in Canterbury over the Avon River. It used to link the west bank to the east bank, giving the early settlers access to the cathedral just behind us. This is the third iteration of the bridge. The first two have been washed away in the river. Notice on either side the beautiful balustrade made of cast iron, still in beautifully Art Deco style preserved condition. As we cross the Cambridge Terrace, you might see a wooden stick here next to the gas lamp. That stick's been there since the latter part of the 19th century. It was used by people to attach their horses. It's the same stick we've been told that is still standing after over 100 years. The city council tells us that if you want to park a horse there, you can park there all day free of charge. Still on the original regulations. Coming up on the right hand side, the beautiful Christchurch Art Gallery. Open daily till 5 p.m. and the best thing, it's completely free. Even if you're not a big fan of art, I recommend you go have a nosy in there, have a look around. It's a beautiful building inside and out with its iconic glass wave structure on the outside. Arrêt numéro 11, tram stop number 11, the Christchurch Art Gallery. Now we're about to cross Montreal Street or Rue de Montréal, and that's got to be one of my favorite streets because that's where I was born a million years ago. After we cross Montreal Street, we'll be heading towards the Christchurch Arts Centre. That used to be the site of the University of Canterbury. Over 100 years. The university soon found out that it was too small for their needs. They built a ginormous campus in the suburb of Island, about 6 kilometers west of our current location. Out there in 1970. This will be arrêt numéro 12, tram stop number 12. Beautiful Christchurch Arts Centre. Look kids, it's the wizard. Wizard.
The wizard! Hi, wizard.
Coming up.
Greetings all, blessings, have a lovely day. Hands down. Right down the other way. Hello! Good to see you all. High five. Any more high fives? Too small, too shy. Just hello, high five, then let's get off the chair.
High five.
There you go, and a picture with.
Yep.
And you look
It's his
at this.
birthday.
You got halfway.
Birthday! Happy birthday from the wizard!
Hi, Auntie Cheese.
This is your blessing for a whole year, this will last. Lots of
Amazing.
lovely dreams for you. Okay, on my way. Off goes the tram.
Thank you, wizard. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wizard of New Zealand.
Yay!
Are you from the Wizard of Oz?
Both early and both often.
That'll be fun.
Okay, guys. We're away.
Come to me.
That was the bonus.
Ding ding, here we go. The Wizard of New Zealand. How cool is that? Okay, we're now finding our way towards the Canterbury Museum. A beautiful location to visit if you've got some spare time. The first floor has a recreation of a street from the olden days. Very nice attraction. And the top floor, the third floor, has a very nice exhibit about Antarctica and the history behind the early exploration of that continent. Well worth the visit, partly because it's completely free and open till 5 p.m. Arrêt numéro 13, tram stop number 13, the beautiful Canterbury Museum, le musée de Canterbury.
We're going to sit there. I'll stop one.
Be a beautiful day today to visit the
Thanks very much, Bill.
award-winning Peacock Fountain that we see here on the left-hand
Thank
side.
you.
It used to be around several decades ago, then it was dismantled, put aside somewhere, and
It's right
suddenly
down
somebody
at the
found all the
square.
bits and pieces tucked away somewhere in the attic. Decided to let it go.
Is it the white one or
Somebody decided to put it all back together, restore it, repaint it. It's been running ever
the
since.
hotel use?
Oh, the hotel's the right one down here. No,
Is it
there's no.
You know, with the chap.
Here we go. Strap yourself in. We're making a right turn here.
That's that by that big plastic.
On beautiful Rolleston Avenue.
Where the Cathedral Square, Novotel.
Distinction.
No, Novotel.
By
Novotel.
by the library.
By the
Right,
library.
right, yeah,
Where the old Savoy Theatre used to be, I think.
I
know where you are.
Thank you.
Here we go. We're now traveling northbound on Rolleston Avenue on the western
We've all got new
edge.
names now.
The city here known as inside the Four Avenues.
You got a computer.
On the left-hand side,
It'll be a year driving around to know where I am.
Right.
I live here. All the street signs are
on
down,
the left
the
is the
buildings.
dining hall with a beautiful stained glass headlight mark. Reminds you of the series of movies Harry Potter. Very similar design. Coming up next on the left, the beautiful Hagley Park, part of the reason why Christchurch is known as the Garden City. That park makes it one of the larger inner city parks in the whole wide world. 400 acres of green space were set aside here by the original settlers. it's an area that will never be built on for eternity. It's got 2 lakes on it, a golf course, an international cricket oval, a tennis club that still has grass green courts just like Wimbledon in England. In terms of size, it's about the size of 300 rugby fields put side by side. This is tram stop number 14, arrêt numéro 14, à Peacock. Now traveling eastbound on Armagh Street. Many of the first settlers built their original cottages here. This whole area is a bit higher ground. We're sitting here at about 8 meters above sea level, which made it much less prone to flooding. You'll notice some of the original cottages on either side. Probably the most famous one is the red one here on the corner. The red house, the old Bridge Club, bought by a couple from Littleton about a decade ago. And they built a brand new house to join the original structure. Both of them were connected together. The whole project was featured on the TV show Grand Designs near Sea. Still available for streaming if you have an interest in finding out what the project was all about. Coming up next, arrêt numéro 15, tram stop number 50, the beautiful Grand Square. Square has just been recently refurbished to brand new lawn on it. If you took a bird's eye view over the square itself, you would notice that the footpath pattern is in the shape of a double Union Jack. This was established to reflect the English heritage of the square. You can find the same pattern in Latimer Square on the eastern side of the city. Now, if you're interested in anything to do about earthquakes, the big one we had here, the science, the technology behind it, historical footage of that dreadful day in 2011, well, it's all here. A special exhibit from the Canterbury Museum right on the corner. Operates under the name Quake City. Open daily till 5, but there is an admission fee here of $20 to get in. This is arrêt numéro 16, tram stop number 16, Quake City. Inside the beautiful buildings of the old Canterbury Provincial Chambers at a time when Canterbury was run as a separate autonomous province. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go back in that building until 2032. We're crossing the Avon River again. And this is the back end of the beautiful convention center to buy here on the Avon Riverside. Charlie's Ice Cream here on the left-hand side. Been there since 1903. You can have any flavor of ice cream you like as long as it's vanilla. They'll give it to you. Coming up next, tram stop number 17, arrêt numéro 17, the Square Victoria. Named after Queen Victoria, for which you see the statue on the left-hand side. The Queen died in 1901, and this statue was erected in her memory in 1903. car park on the left. This whole city block's been purchased by the Roman Catholic Church recently. And this will be the future site of the church. To replace the Roman Basilica that was unfortunately destroyed beyond repair on Barbados Street, east of our location here. The structure we see on the far left is the beautiful Margaret Mahy Playground. It's got great reviews, and arguably it's one of the better playgrounds I've been told. South of the equator. That's quite a big claim. We're turning right here on New Regent Street, named after Regent Street in London, England. The whole street was built in 1932 in a Spanish mission revival style, very popular in Southern California at that time. It's one of the more iconic streets in Christchurch. Well worth a visit. Avenue numéro 18, tram stop number 18, New Regent Street. If you're a fan of architecture like I am, you might notice that one side of the street is an exact mirror image of the other. It's got the same design features, the same color scheme, and the same turning structure. I never actually noticed this until somebody pointed it out. It's a great picture. Very popular on a sunny day here, especially in the summer. Sometimes we have a tough time squeezing a tram here. We wouldn't want to hit that dog, would we? Are we okay with the dog here? Oh, so cute. Oh, got the old fella behind. Good stuff. No worries. Cheers. Gin, the bar here on the left-hand side, was named Bar of the Year in 2021. Apparently there's 99 different flavors of gin that you can try at the different locations. If you drank one per week, it would take you over 2 years to sample all the gin for that location. Alright, finding our way back to our original point of departure, the beautiful Cathedral Junction. Tram stop number 1. Feel free to stick around with us. We're going to stop here for a few minutes if you want to carry on. If this is the end of your journey, thanks for choosing Christchurch Tramways today. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And we'll see you all here next time.
Oh, we'll wait until we get off the next one. Yeah, it's the next one after this, isn't it?
Okay, we'll see you back at there.
It's just a half dozen, which is closer to that hotel.
Yeah.
I think the square one is.
The next one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah,
is.
yes, we got on at number 1.
This will be number 1.
Yep.
We got on
And we got number
On
2.
2, which is in the square.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 and 10.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, cross the pedestrian crossing. And,
and we're home.
yeah, lovely.
Right by the cathedral.
Okay, you know where that is?
Give me some knuckles. Boom, boom.
Ready to go?
Okay, let's get this shot. Hi folks, welcome aboard if you're just joining us. Otherwise, if you're continuing on your journey, good to have you on board. My name is Dave, I'll be doing the driving today. And we got Marjorie and John, all the hard work behind me and getting here on and off this tram. Now, our tour is going to take about 15 minutes, just under an hour. And we will be back here at our original point of departure. Now feel free to hop on and off as many times as you like. Your ticket is good all day long on all the trams. We've got 3 of them running the track today, and there should be a tram every 15 minutes. So, today,
Sorry, I've already done that, haven't I? Sorry, David.
today is the French Independence Day, the 14th of July, 14 juillet, Independence, Prise de la Bastille. In honor of our French colleagues, we will doing all the tram stops today in both languages, French and English. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get going. Allons-y. Okay kids, hold on to something. Here we go. Now, we have to let it close for a second. Here we go. Today you are traveling on a tramway that was built in 1925 in Melbourne, Australia. This particular tram was in service also in Melbourne up until the mid-50s, where those tramways were decommissioned around the world, including Christchurch. Probably with the notable exception of Melbourne, actually, was still around a quite extensive part of their network. And also the beautiful cable car system that still operates in the beautiful city of San Francisco Bay in California. They have 3 lines of cable cars operating over 100 years over there. Now we're quite lucky in Christchurch. Our network here of 80 kilometers long was dismantled in the mid-50s. But this new loop has been resurrected in 1995. The current queen was here in 1995 to do the inaugural tramway ride. And we've been very lucky to be able to drive these beautiful machines just the way they were. Over 100-year-old technology, we're still using electric power.